There's something very mystical about the horse. They're a very majestic animal. They inspire a certain connection. Their strength and yet their fragility is so amazing to me. For me, the eye of the horse is the soul of the animal. And so I always, when I look at the horse, I look deep into their eye and make a connection with them.
One of the most amazing examples I've seen during my time here at New Canaan Mounted Troop with the horse and human connection is when we had a student come from the New Canaan High School. He hadn't found that one thing that he really engaged with. So he came into the barn with his aide and with his instructor, and he looked at one of our horses, walked right up to him, and just held him with his hands on either side of his jaw. And they just stared at each other, and time literally stood still. And I said, this is gonna happen. This is his place.
It's 1938, 1939, and if you remember, the war started in 1941, so it was getting close and people were very worried about it. I remember my father sitting at the radio one Sunday afternoon, and he said, "Oh my God, the Japanese are bombing Pearl Harbor." The emotion was such that I remember it clearly. My mother started the troop. She was going to help to train children so that when they grew up, they could be in the cavalry. The kids were just cadets, and the officers were all adults. It created a sort of an equality in that you earned the right to be promoted.
Margaret Cabell's self, way back when, believed that the great equalizer was to have an organized place where kids could work together, ride together, be together in equal footing.
The New Canaan Mounted Troop is part of the Junior Cavalry of America, which is really a historical leftover. There used to be 4 troops in the country. We are now the only one left. So our children start at a very low rank and go all the way to a senior officer. As they become older and as they go through the ranks, you can just see how much more responsibility they take on and how much more ownership they take on of the troop.
At New Canaan Mounted Troop, I am the cadet major, which means I'm kind of like the captain of all the captains, and at Troop we go through ranks. I wanted to be cadet major because I saw all the previous cadet majors grow into this leadership role and be so mature, and I thought that I would really like to be just like them. I think Troop has grown me as a leader and a person just because of the leadership opportunities and the way the ranks work and how you keep moving up and get more and more leadership gradually. To be a leader here, you have to be able to be confident in yourself and just be sure that you are doing it right, even though maybe other people are doing it the other way, and just being able to command respect from the younger kids while still being able to be friends with them.
I first became involved with New Canaan Mounted Troop as a parent. My son Nicholas, who was 6 years old at the time, was riding with the Pegasus Therapeutic Riding Program here at New Canaan Mounted Troop. He absolutely loved being on the horse, and it was amazing to see how he could do so much more because he was on the horse.
When I was younger and as a junior rider, I would actually go with my sister who rode in the therapeutic program, and I would sidewalk with her, where I would help lead the horses. We ultimately decided to make our own therapeutic program, and it's grown to more than just 1 or 2 lessons a week. It's not just the riding portion, there's also a big equine care component. There are so many people that now get to experience Troop and the horses at Troop who otherwise maybe wouldn't have known about it.
We see students who be terrified to get on a horse, or their parents feel that they can't ride a horse successfully because they are so unregulated because of a disability that they may have. And we see these kids get on and make eye contact with their parents and hold that eye contact for the longest that the parents have ever seen their child look at them.
My daughter Emma was one of the original Super Troopers. It is difficult for a child like Emma to find a sport or something like that that she can participate in and learn how to become competent in. And New Canaan Mounted Troop has provided that, and that has been obviously a wonderful experience for our whole family. But now everyone in the family has the ability to ride, and so it's just been, very nice to share that.
What we're building is good human beings, and the horses are our tool to help us get there. So you can be incredibly successful in this program and not get on a horse.
The way that it teaches responsibility and confidence and reliance, it is inside the spirit of the troop.
The thing that makes Troop the most special is definitely the people and how they interact with each other.
They didn't have to be the best athlete. They just had to have a passion.
So you learn not only about riding, but you also learn the importance of being kind and being supportive. And that's a more important lesson than learning how to ride a horse.
There is sort of just this perfect grouping of children, all who are very nice, very caring.
Respect, kindness, leadership, mentorship, responsibility, none of that has changed in 80 years.
In 1939, Margaret Cable Self taught the same values to her students that we are teaching to our troopers today, and that we will continue to teach them in the future.
New Canaan Mounted Troop is absolutely a labor of love. From the kids running their tag sales to major fundraising events to private donors.
It takes a whole community to make the troop the place that it is.
Over time, lots of things will change, but there's certain things that will never change.
I would like to see it continue for the next 80 years, teaching the next however many generations of children the things that it's teaching now.
Respect, kindness, accountability, responsibility, love for the animals, and love for each other. That's what New Canaan Mounted Troop is all about.